Samsung's Galaxy S4 is finally here, featuring Android Jelly Bean 4.2, tons of processing power, a brand new camera setup, and a gorgeous 4.99-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display. But was it worth the wait? If you were expecting something vastly different from the Galaxy S3, then you might be a tad disappointed. The Galaxy S4 looks a lot like the Galaxy S3. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing so long as you like Samsung's design language, don't mind plastic, and pretty much thought the Galaxy S3 was awesome. Now, let's start by talking about the Galaxy S4's design. If you're after something more premium looking like the HTC One, then the Samsung Galaxy S4 might not be what you're looking for. It's Samsung through and through, and that means lots of plastics, great visuals, but rather a lot to be desired when it comes to build materials. It's not ugly by any stretch of the imagination, but it's no HTC One. There are subtle differences between the Galaxy S4 and its predecessor. It's larger and has a vastly superior 4.99-inch Full HD display. The front and back are decked out in a traditional black and feature a rather attractive mesh-like finish, though this pattern is not physical texture. Again, it's plastic, but Samsung's decision to turn its back on nature and produce a handset using more traditional coloring does wonders for the device's overall aesthetics. There's also a white version available. Exact measurements for the device are 136.6 by 69.8 by 77.9 millimeters, and it weighs just 130 grams, making it significantly lighter than its predecessor. Although it doesn't break any new ground, it's a refined version of the Galaxy S3. But that's okay, it's a smart business move. The S3 was a great handset and lots of people loved it, so why change that formula? It doesn't make any sense. Sure, it's logical to add a few new features, tighten up the design, and whack in a processor, and that's what the Samsung did here, and we're neither surprised nor perturbed if we're honest. Want cutting-edge design? Then you should get the HTC One, the Sony Xperia Z, or Apple's upcoming iPhone 5S. For everyone else, aka the majority, the Galaxy S4 will do just nicely. Now let's talk about processor and RAM. Powering everything along is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 600 quad-core processor alongside 2 GB of RAM. It's not the Exynos octa-core processor everyone was hoping for, but at 1.9 GHz the clock speed is going to offer plenty of bang for your buck. More to the point, benchmarks of other phones packing this chip at slower clock speeds showed it to be the fastest chip on the current market. In terms of general operation, it's business as usual. There's more than enough power here for navigating Android's Touchwiz clad widget-bedecked screens without so much as even the slightest problem, but then we'd expect nothing less. Now onto the display. The 4.99-inch panel has a Full HD 1920 by 1080 pixel resolution at around 440 pixels per inch. Visuals were extremely detailed and easily on a par with what we've seen on the HTC One and the Sony Xperia Z in terms of clarity. Samsung has a good handle on display brightness, color depth, and contrast, so none of these areas disappoint either. Now, about the Touchwiz interface. Touchwiz remains largely the same, although Samsung has packed it with a myriad of new features that include an IR blaster, air gesture control, a pedometer, smart switch, and a whole lot more. Air gesture lets you hover your finger over items on a screen to interact with them and to navigate certain sections of the interface with a wave of a hand or digit. Ahead of launch, we were a bit skeptical about the rumored smart scroll feature, which lets you navigate web pages by glancing up and down the screen, but having tried it, it's actually kind of fun to use, but we're sure that many users will simply stick to swiping on the screen. The irritating water noises and general silliness of the Nature UI seem to have largely disappeared. There's still plenty of stuff going on screen, but it appears to us to be a lot less fussy and a bit cleaner. That's all good news. Now, in terms of the general operating system, the Samsung's Galaxy S4 will launch with the latest build of Android Jelly Bean, giving you access to the most up-to-date version of the OS. No other flagship handsets except Google's Nexus devices actually are running this version. It's pretty rare right now. Expect to see a Jelly Bean 4.2 update from HTC and Sony very soon, but the Samsung Galaxy S4 is delivering it now, and that's a good thing. Now, I'm sure if you're looking for some specs, let me give them to you now. Now, obviously the name of it is the Samsung Galaxy S4 i9500. It has a 4.99-inch screen with the display that I already mentioned. I already told you the dimensions. It weighs 138 grams, has a processor with either a Samsung Exynos 5 octa-core or a quad-core 1.6 GHz Cortex A15 chip in the US. It does have a discrete graphics processor with 2 GB of RAM and either 16, 32, or 64 GB of memory, plus a micro SD card slot for more expansion. The front camera is 13 megapixels and the rear camera is 2 megapixels, and it is running Android 4.2. The battery is a 2600 mAh battery. So the Samsung Galaxy S4 will be launched in 155 countries globally, and both supporting 3G and 4G, and get a release date at the end of April, or on T-Mobile it's out now. Phones 4U and Carphone Warehouse have both announced that they will be stocking the Samsung Galaxy S4 on April 26th. AT&T plans to release it the 25th, and Verizon plans to release it very soon. So, in conclusion, I want to say that the Samsung Galaxy S4 is probably the best phone that's out right now. It definitely beats the iPhone 5. It's head-to-head with the HTC One. It has a slightly less good design, but it has a better operating system and more power under the hood. It depends on what you're looking for in your phone. If you're looking for beauty, then you want to go with the HTC One. If you're looking for a really simple operating system, you'll want to go with the iPhone 5. But if you're looking for the best all-around phone, I would go with the Samsung Galaxy S4. But what do you think of this phone? Let us know in the comments below, and we're interested to hear your opinion to add to this review. So that's a review of the Samsung Galaxy S4, and thanks for watching.